Okay, this is our final RE lesson of the week, and today we are focusing on justice. The first thing I would like you to do is pause this video and then go onto the internet and type in this address to watch the video online and then come back. Okay, so you should have gathered some information from the video. So in the clip, it said that the British gained control of Mumbai and leased it to a company. The British Navy invaded Mumbai and took it over, making it part of Britain. They then leased or loaned it to a company, the East India Trading Company. This meant the company could take what Mumbai produced, sell it and keep the money. So how do you think people would have felt? Have a little think about that. The British rule ended in 1947 and Britain controlled India for around 200 years. Now, as we can see here, India clearly had lots of resources which could be sold for lots of money. Now, a Hindu's duty is to work for justice as fairness or equality. However, this shows us some of the living conditions which people in India now live in. These are called shanty towns. So housing is a big problem in parts of India because more people are coming to India for work, which means there is less and less space. This forces many people to live on the streets or in temporary homes called shanty towns. Often there is no running water or sanitation in the shanty towns. Some families have lived there for years and there is a good sense of community. So lots of people live in these shanty towns because India has lots of different resources which people want to come and access. So lots of people from other countries will move to India, either permanently or for a short time, to access their resources and to work there, which means that now India has become very, very overcrowded. Now the conditions here are not very good, so it means that cleanliness is an issue. It's difficult for people to have showers and to keep clean, so it means that there are lots of diseases and illnesses. But then we move on to this. So this is Mahatma Gandhi, and he devoted his whole life to justice. His father was a chief minister and his mother was highly religious. She worshipped the god Vishnu, but also believed Jain teaching of mutual tolerance and not causing injury to living things. Gandhi was born into a privileged family and therefore received a good education. Gandhi was not very happy at college, so when he was offered the chance to study law in London, he took it. He worked hard and began to study all religions. Until this time, he had never really been interested in religion. When he returned to India, he found it hard to find work, so eventually took a job in South Africa for a year. However, when he got there, he was horrified at the way that people who were not white were treated. On one occasion, he was removed from a train because he was not white. Another time, he was asked to remove his turban. Gandhi's fame began to spread, and Indian people saw him as their voice for freedom and fairness. He started a boycott of buying British goods. This meant that he encouraged people not to buy things made in Britain. This led to his first arrest on March 2nd, 1922. He was put into prison for 2 years. Gandhi went on many hunger strikes to bring attention to the unfair treatment of Indian people at the hands of the British. The British began to realise that Gandhi had many followers and a lot of influence on those people, and as a result they had to ease poverty, grant status and recognition to the people classed as the untouchables, give women more rights, and eventually allow India to have political independence from Britain. Gandhi was unfortunately killed, but his body was cremated and his ashes were kept at a special palace. He'd been nominated 5 times for the Nobel Peace Prize, but had never been awarded it. In the year of his death, the prize was not awarded to anyone. The reason given was there was no suitable living candidate. His birthday is now a national holiday in India. So as you can see, Gandhi devoted his whole life to making things fair for people who lived in India and people who were from India. So your activity today, I'm going to give you a bit of choice. You can either write a letter to Gandhi, you can create an information poster informing people of why Gandhi changed things in India and why he was so important, or create a PowerPoint. And then once you have completed, you can send your work to me.